As you can see, I am in possession of a lot of boxes. Maybe it's like that at your house too. Christmas just happened and a lot of things came in boxes. So I have just a ton of boxes, and I thought it would be fun to talk about kind of things that you can do with the boxes once they're empty. My first idea was to have a big empty box, about like this one, and a 2 or 3 year old would be about the right size to climb inside this box. Give them a flashlight and let them close themselves in until they're ready to pop out. It's fun to hide in a box with a flashlight. Now I do have one rule. When there's other siblings in the house, they may not hold down the flaps on the box. Only the person who is inside the box gets to decide when the box opens. No one else can hold down the flaps. That way you're always safe and you always feel like you can get out when you want to. So that's my first idea for what you could do with an empty box. For my second idea of what you can do with a box, I thought maybe you would like to use some markers or possibly some paper you could glue on the outside edges of your box. You can make your box into something that it wasn't before. You can make your box into a car or a spaceship or just about anything your imagination can think of. You can make this box into it. Now that would be a fun thing to do. I've already started on my third idea. For that, you're going to stack boxes up as high as you can. Some of them you might help to get the flaps down on, but you just keep stacking and stacking and getting them really tall. That looks like fun, doesn't it? But what's the most fun part about a tower? It's when you get to knock it down. Woo, that's fun. My next idea is to try balancing a box. Find a box that's pretty nice. I like this one. It's got some structure to it, it's solid, and the flaps aren't flying around. So you can put this box on your head. How about that? Try balancing it on your head and see how long you can make it stay there. Whoa, going good. Maybe try balancing it on your fist. Oh, I did that one too. See how long you can keep it there. Start a timer. The person who keeps it there the longest wins. 2 fingers? Oh, I can't do that one very well. Even your foot. You can try balancing it a lot of different ways. See what you can come up with as different creative ways to balance it. An elbow? I don't know. Tell me what you come up with. For my next idea, I thought you could cut a hole in the side of a box about the size of your hand so you can reach your hand inside. Now someone else will hide something inside that box and you have to figure out what it is just by touching it. You shouldn't look at all. And so you touch it and you feel it and you say, is it soft? Is it hard? You can figure out what it is. And then switch and you can put something in the box and someone else can stick their hand in and try to figure it out. You can make it a game. For my next idea, you can use newspaper or you can use maybe wrapping paper that you found on clearance and practice wrapping boxes. When you wrap a box, you use cutting and you use folding and taping. Those are all things that are good to practice because they're hard work. So that is another idea for how you could use a box. Another idea I have is to take a big box like this one and set it up against the wall, maybe in a corner. Put a little blanket in there. And then you can sit inside. Maybe read a book. It can be your little reading corner. This size box would work for probably a 3 or 4 year old. You might have to get a bigger box if you get an older child. But you could experiment and see what works for you. Here's another idea if you really do have a lot of boxes. You can put them together and create your own robot. You can use one box for a head and another box for the body. Here he is. I am a robot. I will listen to what you tell me to do. You can put a face on him, add some arms. Maybe if you have like toilet paper rolls, you can use those for details too, for the inside tubes from those. You could just use your imagination and make a really fancy robot and maybe keep him in your room as a buddy for a while. I was thinking maybe you could organize your boxes too. You could put them in order of size. If you have a lot of boxes, you could go small, medium, large, larger, supersized. You can put them all in order. You can even do that in different ways. Maybe you stack them in order from the largest to the smallest. Start at the bottom, having the big ones, and then put the next biggest and the next biggest in your stack. That could be a fun way to use your boxes and organize them. I have one last idea. Why don't you try to dress yourself in boxes and you become the artwork or the creature? I found that the pop boxes that are for 12 packs are really good for going over your arms and legs, and you can make yourself into a robot or a creature of some kind, and then you maybe put a box on your head as well. Isn't this fun? You can dress up in boxes yourself. That's all for now.